I'm Philip Neimark, the founder of the IFA Foundation International, and I'd like to welcome you to another iteration of the weekly Ifascope. We perform the weekly Ifascope somewhere between 50 and 51 times a year. And in case you are wondering how that changes up, it basically falls on when our year's reading comes out and how close to those configurations it is. But basically, it's our attempt to show you how you can navigate your life more effectively, how you can use these tools to go forward in your life, to do things that you never imagined, not out of fear or hope or necessity or any of those other things, but out of a genuine conviction that these will be the things which make your life go better. Now, we could do individual readings, not for all of you because I'd have to clone myself several times, but regardless, the idea of this reading is that it would be impossible with a group reading to say, oh, well, you're going to get the job, or you're not going to get the girl, or you're not going to get the boy, or you're, not going to get well, or you're going to get better, and on and on and on, until you were done with, probably 10,000 different things which could happen. Well, the truth is that all these things happen to some people at some point in time. Your task is going to be to handle these things, your events, those things which concern you, all right, in the manner that Orunmila deems most appropriate. And that's, dependent upon thousands of years of Orunmila's watching, listening, seeing how individuals went about doing this, and seeing which were the most effective ways to get the results which they desired. So you have a choice. I mean, you can do it by rote. You could do it everyday, ways of, you have a habit of doing things, either frightened or hopeful or whatever it may be. Or you can take a deep breath and say, hey, I'm in the best hands of the world. I'm in Orunmila's hands, and those hands are going to guide me to making the most perfect response that I can make to all these things going on. That's what the weekly Ifascope's about. Excuse me. And we're going to, through the weeks, point out to you how it works like that. We want to get, not just faith-based results, but we want to get logical-based results, and we want you to understand them. In the meantime, the Odum for this week is Obi Erete, a very nice Odum. It's telling us that on the temporal everyday side, a lot of changes are going to take place. The Big Bang Theory, they're streaming forward, and they're going to come and change our lives in many ways. Now, to have this is not always all, beneficial thing, because there are negative opportunities and there are positive opportunities. And right now, you had better get that straight, because in our society, the opportunities which are most alluring to people, that affect them more than anything else, are the short-term opportunities. It's that kind of a society. But the short-term opportunities always crunch together and fall apart, and then you go on to the next and the next. And that's the reason that you see people, working for 20 different places, and having 3 different wives or 5 different husbands, and on and on and on like that. It's a search for happiness under the wrong conditions. The best option, of course, is to take the longer term, to look and say, hey, is this going to benefit me in the longer term of my life? Was this opportunity going to be around 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years later? And when you get those are the ones you want to take. On the emotional spiritual side, we have Irete. Irete is being guided by the winds of change, pushed by the winds of change, because change is going to take place. Absolutely. And it doesn't matter whether you wanted the job, you wanted the girl, you wanted the boy, you wanted whatever it is, some kind of change is going to take place. It could be a change for the better, or it could be a change for the worse. And those are the combinations that it's up to you to pick. Nicely enough, the energy comes Irate on path. And it is Erosun Irete, meaning that the Erosun is about having all of our ducks in a row, having checked and double checked what we're doing. And that is how we're going to treat Obi. We're going to be careful, we're going to analyze it, and we're going to take advantage of it. And then with the Irete, again, confirming that that is a change that is going to manifest itself in our everyday lives. And if you don't believe that, then you have to rethink the next cast, and that was Meiji. All good, all the ability to change, all things streaming forth, and we have already established that you're going to make, hopefully, the right decisions. And that's under the auspices of destiny. Our destiny is going to be impacted here. And destiny, of course, is very, very important. The offering this week goes to not Orunmila, not Orunmila, but it goes to Ogun, because it's going to take the hard work, it's going to take the dedication, it's going to take the understanding that once we do this, once we get that okay and we make our vow to Ogun, that everything is going to be well. So the offering to Ogun, of course, is going to be peppercorns. And peppercorns have all kinds of reasoning, all kinds of understanding behind them. The peppercorn, the pepe, which is what we call it, and it contains maybe 100 little pellets when you open it up, and those could be prosperity, those can be children, those could be all kinds of things, and those kinds of things will manifest for you in the area and in the way that they are meant to. They're not going to manifest to everybody the same. They're going to manifest to you, and you're going to be very, very pleased with that. So you take your Ogun, or what suffices for Ogun. If you have the pot, God bless you. You bring it down, glass of water, clear natural water, tea candle, and pepe, which you sprinkle over or in front of Ogun, and you ask Ogun for the understanding, for the strength, for the enlightenment that the weekly Ifascope can bring you and your family. Until next week, love and blessings.